You say that Hamas broke the ceasefire.
Right.
But Hamas released all of the hostages that was agreed in phase 1. Phase 2 has not begun yet. So how has Hamas broken the ceasefire?
Let's get the facts right.
Because some people would say that it's Israel that's broken the ceasefire by the airstrikes and also by the limited ground operation that you were doing in an area that you were not supposed to be in.
Let's get the facts right. We had an agreement led by American envoy Witkoff. The agreement was very simple. 42 days for the first phase. At the 1st of March, this phase was over. So Israel agreed to continue the ceasefire, just in one condition.
Yeah,
but please let me finish. Please let me finish, because people don't get the framework that we were working on. The framework was very clear. Hamas must release hostages in every single week. We waited 3 weeks. We waited 3 weeks with no hostages being released. Do you expect Israel to sit and do nothing when 59 people from our people are dying there in the tunnels? Do you expect Israel to do nothing?
That's absolutely not.
Thank you.
But my confusion here is, right, phase 1 ended, as you said. Hamas released all of those hostages. I accept some of them were dead, some of them were in awful conditions. I completely accept that.
We all remember the Bibas family funeral that was devastating.
They released the hostages that were agreed in phase 1. The original deal was then that phase 2 would begin, which Israel has not accepted. Israel wants to continue with phase 1. So some would say that you have renegade on the original deal, that it was Israel who's renegade on that original deal and not Hamas.
Sophie, as I said again, Israel wanted to do a long ceasefire just for one reason. We don't want to fight. This is our brothers
but phase 2
and
is
our
about
sons.
With the permanent withdrawal and the release of all the hostages. If I got this wrong, am I?
Yes.
But I don't.
Yes, you're getting it wrong because you don't understand the agreement. In a way,
the agreement was phase 1, which has been completed,
finished at 1st of March,
moving into phase 2, and you and the US, I agree, are trying to continue
the phases
phase
included,
1, but that was not the original agreement.
The phases included releasing hostages. It didn't happen. Hamas breached the agreement. It's so simple. There is nothing here not to understand.
Hamas released all of the hostages that were agreed in phase 1, and phase 2 has not started.
No, that wasn't the deal. Witkoff said, we will extend the ceasefire if Hamas will release hostages. I'm sure you remember that. And then that was the point where Hamas breached the agreement by not releasing the hostages. Basically, Hamas is not releasing hostages anymore. He's refusing to his part in the deal, and this is why Hamas breached the deal, and Israel has no other choice rather than putting pressure on a terror organization.